Matt Rhule there. So he's coming after Carolina. He is he's suing for. They don't know exactly, but they think around $5 million in offset money because he had this monster deal with Carolina. He gets fired. Then he gets hired by Nebraska. Yep. Nebraska gives him a monster contract, but he thinks there's about $5 million that's not paid for that the Panthers are going to owe him, right? And he's trying to get this back now?
Yeah, exactly. So he's suing Tepper and them for the offset money, to your point, and it feels as though with what we know about Tepper, there is no way he's getting that fucking money out of Tepper's hands.
He's gonna make him spend it in legal fees probably. That's what Matt Rhule's probably thinking. I don't care. I'm gonna take this as far as I can. I'm not gonna get any money, but I'm gonna make him blow $10 million just so he doesn't have to pay me.
Yeah, and I wonder
maybe that's it.
Yeah, I could see that. I wonder who is Matt Rhule hiring? Does he get Nebraska's lawyers, or is that how this works? Or
do they pay for? I don't know. If they take his legal fees, that's a good deal.
Like, would he then be costing Nebraska more money as well?
There's no way. There's no way because especially a public institution where you know their salaries and everything. I don't know, though. And the people love ball in Nebraska. They'll do whatever it takes for their coach, won't they? Is he going to win in Nebraska? It's a tough gig right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
You know what it takes? It takes NIL money. I was looking.
They have a lot of it.
Nebraska has a ton of NIL money.
Do they? But the Big Ten, though, in general, is way behind. I know the SEC when it comes to NIL money. I just saw something today. General Bob was stumping for different things when it comes to the NIL cash.
I thought they had. Well, is that just because of how the Big Ten thinks, and how these? Because they're old. Yeah. They're old school.
It is. No, they're old school. We're
they have the money,
and we're classy, and we don't have to go out there and do these type of things because people want to come here because of the history and tradition. Nope. Sorry, I hate to tell you, bud. That's not the case right now when people are getting millions of dollars.
Because majority of those schools have a bunch of money from NIL and from boosters and alumni and stuff like that, and they got the Big 10 TV deal that they got a bunch of money from. So yeah, that's what I figured it had to be.
But that money can't. But NIL money has to come from the outside somehow, right? They can't take their Big Ten money and use it for NIL money.
Yeah,
right.
Because it's not with the school.
Yeah,
it's got to be a collective, outsider, whoever. The coach can even help put it together. It's a weird world out there in college football, and if you want these 4 and 5 stars, it sounds like you got to pay to get them, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. But I think ultimately, Nebraska, people don't know it now, but they're a legit blue blood. They were, in the fucking mid '90s, they were winning national championships, going there. And it's kind of the same deal with Iowa. They don't have a pro sports team. Nebraska football is the fucking draw in that state. So, I mean, they've kind of tried over the last several years to kind of do whatever they can to return to prominence and be successful. So, I think they do have a lot of money, but it just, I don't know, man. It's just so hard to compete and, get guys who are big-time recruits when, like you said, it's even these middle-tier SEC schools can give out these massive NIL deals, and it's oh, okay, I don't have to go fucking deal with shitty weather for 5 months of the year in Nebraska, and also, I'm going to be getting paid to go live in Florida or fucking, one of these warm states. And then same deal, you're playing in the SEC, which, obviously the Big Ten is getting a lot of guys to the NFL, but you go play in the SEC, that's kind of, you assume you're getting the best coaching, you're playing against the best talent. So, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, tough for Rhule, too, coming in when Fickle's coming in. It feels like Fickle in Wisconsin is probably
perfect fit, isn't it?
Perfect fit, and that new type of school, or not new school because Wisconsin's been good in, the recent past, but it seems as though that's probably the place that is more likely to make a jump than a place like Nebraska, right? With the changeover.
Madison too, Madison, big city, all of that.
He already got a quarterback, and I believe he already got the OC.
Luke did?
Yeah, he got a kid from SMU, Tanner Mordecai, who threw. I believe he broke a record this year. He threw 11 touchdowns in a game or something.
Nice.
That's going to be the key for all these coaches, especially outside of SEC, is that portal. All these half of these guys that wash out at some of these SEC schools, come up here and what are they, the black shirts up there in Nebraska? Yeah. Come up here, be a black shirt.
Trying to bring the black shirts back, right? We're trying to bring them back.
They haven't been the black shirts in a long time, but yeah, they do need to bring them back.